Hello, and this is the 1 Minute
Minute
Raw
Raw
Recap.
Recap.
1 Minute Raw Recap. I am Eric Jackson, the co-founder and chairman of the yesterday.
It was yesterday. We are still hungover.
This is 1 minute.
1 minute.
And today, with my co-host,
Hey.
and our other co-host,
Steve,
we are here to tell you what happened on Raw. Can you...
Tonight we start with the international oh shit, I'm
Getting paid. Money. Alright, so I would like to talk about the fine people at WrestleWork.com. Their continued dedication to professional wrestling and uniting wrestling fans and professional wrestling professionals means that you should all rush out there and sign up for WrestlingWork.com accounts. You can also find the San Francisco Wrestling Watching Club every Monday on WrestleWork.com telling you about the fact that we are at Raw, which is at Nikki's Bar.
all the time.
5 p.m. Our other sponsor is 757 Wrestling Fans. They're my homeboys from back in Virginia, Commonwealth, only 4. And so anyway.
VA, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, Hampton Roads. Mm-hmm. And so basically, if you're in the Hampton Roads, Norfolk, Virginia area, you can go to Dave & Buster's and watch professional wrestling with my friends. And let me tell you, there's some awesome cats. Also, our greatest sponsor ever, Nikki's Bar.
Nikki's Bar!
That's where we go, and that's where we watch the show. And now, on to the action, Pam.
On to the action. So tonight, we start out with the Intercontinental Championship. I'm so drunk. Dolph Ziggler versus Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan for the win, retaining the belt. A crowd favorite. Thoughts and feelings, drinkers.
Daniel Bryan, fierce competitor. Dolph Ziggler, jobber extraordinaire. I swear to God, this guy's going to wrestle more matches.
I really like Dolph, and I think he's incredibly talented, and I'm having a hard time getting on the Daniel Bryan wagon. He seems like a super nice guy, but I don't know. He's got like a beard, and I don't like it. Feelings?
I don't know. I think Dolph really deserves it. And what's Daniel doing? He just shows up, and we're like, oh, we got to give him a title? I don't know.
Yeah, so now everyone's giving him the rub, and now he's shiny again. And I don't know, it just feels like another Bad News Barrett, guy with a title, and Dolph Ziggler's got nothing. But anyway, so all the most popular guys have belts again, and it feels pretty good. But let's see what he does with it. Let's see what you have to defend it. Hold it up.
I'll be honest. I was doing yes.
Sunday.
I
love him too.
I
love him too.
Do you guys like Daniel Bryan, or do you just like doing like a cool chant?
We liked him when he wasn't a paper tiger.
Oh, look at him! He just likes doing a cool chant.
No, I like
don't
doing the
want
chant.
a paper
This feels
tiger.
good. Yes.
It feels good.
Yeah, we don't want a paper tiger though. When he was out there fighting Man's Dragon Champion, it felt good. And now if he's just going to have a bunch of jobbers set up, like if next week he's wrestling R-Truth for the nothing of the week, then yeah, I'm going to feel bad. And it's just going to be Dean Ambrose as United States Champion. It's the worthless title that he just holds everywhere.
I think they're going to do weird things with this. I think this title is going to be
it's
like
the fighting man's
thing.
title,
yeah,
and he's a fighting man's champion. And so I want him to go out there and live up to the legacy of a former IC champion, the Macho Man, Hall of Famer, Macho Man Randy Savage. And I think he can and he will. And maybe they'll dig out the Honky Tonk Man for it. I'd be really excited about
this
that.
title is still going to be a hot potato. It's going to be passed around. This is a very brief reign for him.
Oh my God! What happened to the Lesnar belt? Okay, moving on. We have a double tag team match. Lucha Dragons and the New Day together versus Cesaro, Tyson Kidd, and the Ascension. It's hard to grasp all of those people in one place doing things all at one time. Winners Lucha Dragons and the New Day. Thoughts and feelings?
One of the biggest victims of multiculturalism, the New Day, continues to suffer of essentially having no gimmick, and a gimmick that offends almost everyone.
I like their new outfits though, with the green instead of the blue. I like a step away from like the weird religiosity. Maybe it can become sexy instead of like weirdly moralistic.
They're essentially the Harlem Globejobbers at this point.
Oh, nice.
And it makes me frown because they're all incredible wrestlers and they all should be out there doing amazing things. And instead, essentially what we can all agree upon is that like if James Brown was a wrestler, he wouldn't be very good at it.
Oh.
Steve?
Yeah. Well, yeah, they put 3 guys on a tag team and they have to decide which 2 is going to fight each time. And that tells you they're not taking it seriously.
It's a clear message.
Yeah. So that
Meanwhile, Cesaro and Kidd rise to the top because they have a beautiful woman with them, and essentially wear headphones and act like 13-year-olds.
Yes.
So I'm just saying that
But New Day won.
They won, but they don't have belts.
Yeah, we're talking about the belts on Sunday
I'm
night.
sorry. I'm sorry. You're talking about actual. Oh, I see.
Well,
gold.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the only gold that matters.
Yeah. Gold and money, and they don't have either.
Natalya's outfit's getting better and better. Just like.
Yeah, I actually
so
want my
good.
wife to start dressing like that.
If I could afford those,
that's how I know she's doing it right. Yeah. It's
okay.
like no, her old outfits were horrible.
No,
like,
they were.
I would never have you wear that.
I agree. They were frumpy at best. Stardust versus Damien Mizdow. I did not know who to root for. Mizdow, the fan favorite. I vote for the Freak every time. Thoughts and feelings?
I love it. I hope they keep it going. I mean, it's an old school feud, old school tag feud. Again, they have an incredible gimmick. Sandow's been up to bat before. He's a former Money in the Bank champion. He's the first guy to ever cash in his Money in the Bank and not win. That was against John Cena. John Cena's amazing. But I really wish Mizdow would get some gold or some other like actual notoriety in the sport other than just his gimmick always being based on another guy. Like I think eventually he'll be able to have some gold and really rub that in the Miz's face. But if they never go gold with him, then it's always just going to be, well, I'm the guy that used to tag with the Miz.
But they're still feeding that Mizdow feud.
Oh,
so
it should
I
go
guess,
for a while.
Are we going to
It's
get
hot.
it on a pay-per-view?
It's white hot.
Like,
yeah, a couple pay-per-views, I hope.
Yeah, it blew up tonight, so I think it's setting up for Extreme Rules, and I think it's going to be a good match.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think we're going to see Mizdow maybe change his name back.
Oh,
get out
shit.
Of
Sandow.
and get out of the shadow of the Miz.
Fun
Look
fact.
for that to happen soon.
Yeah, fun fact, Mizdow took that from Sandusky, right? That famous... no, that's a different guy.
And for those of you watching at home, if you know what we're talking about, put it in the comments on YouTube or SoundCloud, because we'd love to know how much trivia you actually know.
But real strongman, old school is where he got his name, right? But defeated by a woman who stole his name. Google that shit. Curtis Axel versus Adrian Melville. I don't care about either of these people. Thoughts?
Axelmania continued to bore the shit out of everyone that saw.
Oh my god, right?
Like a dead pigeon in your lawn. Whose problem is it? And apparently the fans. And now we all have to suffer through it. And if you hit it with your lawnmower, it's just going to get worse. So... I mean, basically, we all have to watch this thing because they made a T-shirt, and so now we have to suffer through the fact that they want their money back for the T-shirt. But like, really, it's going nowhere slower than ever.
You're talking about the Axelmania?
Yeah, the Axelmania.
But Neville's what's that? The Red Arrow? That move is fantastic. It's
oh
the
my
best I've
God,
ever seen.
Neville looks so great with the super jobber.
Which one is he? Is he Mr. Perfect Son?
He's that guy with the face. Yeah, Curtis Axel is.
No, who's Neville?
Neville is that guy with that horrible face. Like, it's really pointy.
He's the
NXT guy. And you're like, man, if he wasn't such like a little goblin troll man, he'd be great.
Oh, yeah! Pointy face!
Yeah, pointy face.
Yes! I know.
Well, what you gonna do when pointy face...
Put a mask on him.
Oh,
runs wild on you.
What does it
he
mean?
looks like...
take over. He's gonna be a great mid-card wrestler.
He needs a mask. He is the future masked assassin. They need to bring that gimmick back.
Next, we have a United States Championship. John Cena versus Dean Ambrose. Of course, John Cena retains. Thoughts and feelings?
I would like to talk about being an American. And John Cena exemplifies all of that. Every American is 6'5", weighs 250, and looks like John Cena. And I want everyone to really take that to heart because that's what the United States title deserves to be on. Dean Ambrose, he just walked around, he just held it, paper champion. It's like Rusev, champ, real belt, real America.
I'm going to step it back to WrestleMania for just a hot second. I feel like the goal of the fight at WrestleMania was like, hey, people who hate John Cena, you still love America, right? Like, you have to root for him now because otherwise you're unfucking patriotic.
But we have to remember that they're the same thing. John Cena is actually the anamorphic personification of America, and vice versa.
You're either with Ronald Reagan or you're against him. All right?
And
There was a lot of Ronald Reagan in that video package.
The
Can we talk
fact
about
the fact that Ronald Reagan felt like it was important to come talk about John Cena.
He came back from the dead for that.
Yeah.
That's like.
Or made it before he died.
That's like presidential level, you guys.
No, he was one of those holograms, wasn't he?
Well, I'm sure Ronald Reagan designed the government program
didn't talk about
that
it.
built John Cena.
Mm.
Like, I mean, obviously we all know that, like, John Cena, like, his parents didn't have it.
Yeah.
He was hatched.
I thought when I read in his biography that he was actually built out of Krypton.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. Well, he did come in a pod from I always forget. Yeah.
He did. Yeah.
Boston's where he landed. It's not where he's from.
Yes,
Like,
but be that as it may, Ambrose should have won this match. He's getting buried. I love Ambrose, and he's just getting buried now.
I mean...
Can I get an Ambrose Ziggler feud?
I mean...
They've teased it, but they don't ever let them fight one-on-one. It's like have 7 guys in a ladder match.
Look, man.
It was good.
Look, man, do you want Renee Young or do you want gold?
Oh, I want both.
True champion.
Moving on to the Divas match, we got Paige, AJ Lee, and Naomi together versus Natalya and the Bella Twins. Interesting that they paired Natalya with the Bella Twins. They've been kind of like pushing her as like more and more bitchy, which I kind of wish they wouldn't do because I like her. I want to like Natalya.
And she is a face, and I really want to point this out because this is old wrestling gimmick. She is a face that is tagged through marriage or otherwise connection to a tag team that are heels. And so this used to happen all the time to men and women in wrestling. You'd be the good manager with the bad, and you're just trying to keep them safe. They're just, and so like it's an updated version of that, and they've done a really good job with it. I'm like, I'm digging it, and I hate those two guys. Like Cesaro, I give no fucks about, and the other guy, I don't even remember his name.
No, this is Divas. So
I know.
Oh.
I know. But her, I think they can really push this as like her own new, because Natalya's gimmick was just a Bret Hart gimmick. So this is her own fucking thing. She's like a super villain. Like, yes, it's not a warmed over Bret Hart gimmick. It's not her just being the blonde person in the room. This is her with like a thing, and I hope they actually do something with it. So fingers crossed.
I think this might have actually really frozen this time.
Oh, with that, and it gets separated away from that tag thing because, like, I hope she's there to enhance them and have a new gimmick, and she's not there to just be there and wear a new costume.
Yeah, and I feel like this is kind of indicative of all the Divas matches, which is like, here's like more costumes and like more pretty girls and like still only the same like couple of girls that can really wrestle, which is like Natalya and AJ and Paige. And I've been noticing Charlotte Flair is getting pushed on those tap out commercials, and like I would love to see Charlotte Flair on Raw. Come on. Anyway.
And they do FRS reasons. For some reason. No, FSR, I'm sorry. For some reason. That's the logic they use for Diva storylines. It's just like, oh, these people are friends now.
Well,
and
I get
now they're not.
There's like a bitchy like high school like teenage girl like, oh, we're like
Preps versus goths.
You're like the weirdos and we're like the Kim Kardashians. And
That's
like,
the one storyline they can make
yeah,
up.
but I kind of like as a woman, I wish they would do something like just a little like maybe one of them could be an athlete trying to be the best. Okay, yeah, I know it's crazy. Any other thoughts on Divas?
Just the same ones ever, that they're very pretty and all of them should get to wrestle.
Yeah.
Yes, and they should get more time than a UFC
only more
fighter.
time if they're gonna do something better with them. Like
Or if they really start UFC fighting. That would
oh my god!
Then 5 minutes would really feel a lot.
It would
longer.
be awesome.
It's like Nikki Bella just killed Brie.
Go and watch Fast and Furious 7.
Next we have what I would call a latex hate crime, where Rusev beat Goldust in his outfit, and I mean Rusev is like notoriously.
Now we know that Russians, by very definition, hate homosexuals because they're monsters and have no Jesus. But other than that, like, I think this is really indicative of a larger pattern of abuse from Russians. I mean, John Cena was out there fighting for, America and freedom to save people like Stardust and have a safe place for them.
That's right. Cody should be able to be dead if he wants to be dead.
As a guy with a crazy pink mohawk and who wears a Macho Man costume in public, Cody is dead.
My costume is always on.
Cody is dead, Stardust forever, and John Cena understands that. And that's why he took the American title from Rusev. because Rusev is a dick, and Russians are dicks, and everybody hates fucking dicks. And so hopefully Stardust will, dust himself off and then fucking shoot this guy in the night.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my god, I would love if Goldust came to the match with like a gun. Not a real gun, viewers. Wrestling is still a
some
story.
sort of stars.
Bang,
But like,
bang,
oh my god,
316.
a
From the-
laser gun
From the fifth
future!
dimension! From the fifth dimension!
So good.
1 minute.
If you use that, you owe us $1. Okay, our final match of the night: Randy Orton, Ryback, and Roman Reigns together versus Seth
Wait,
Rollins.
we didn't talk about Brock Lesnar at all.
Brock.
Oh well, because he didn't actually. I mean, he abused a cameraman.
You don't want to talk about, like, the
I want
champion
to
of
talk about
champions?
that vicious and
Former-
heinous assault on Michael Cole.
Like,
Okay.
I think we're
okay.
all very concerned.
the commentators and the unchecked aggression of the Beast incarnate.
Brock the Beast.
Guys,
Look.
I'm still worried about that cameraman.
And so,
Oh my! Is he okay? Have you heard reports?
all I know is his ponytail is okay.
Initial reports
however,
indicate he has a family.
They're dead. They died from shock.
I think actually I heard the Undertaker killed them, but that's a separate story.
Anyway, what we have here is Brock Lesnar.
The Beast.
Without a belt. The power of the belt, like the One Ring from Lord of the Rings, stick with me, people, kept him in check. It was able to soothe and calm the Beast. Without the shiny thing around his waist,
He needs it.
he will kill everyone. Like, Booker T wasn't smiling.
No.
That's how you know he was really hurt.
And let me just add.
JBL shit his pants.
Oh my god.
Frankly,
Michael Cole?
I almost shit my pants.
Michael Cole is dead. Byron Saxton and Jerry the King Lawler had to go out there with one of their friends dead and call Raw all the time. The entire match. While they know Michael Cole is on a respirator, he has a family. They all have families. We've checked. And I just want to know. I want a
Steve
moment.
did the background research.
I want a moment of silence. Steve is he's a mortician and their lead
Official
researcher.
correspondent.
And he's also a grief counselor. He's here with us now, making everything good. But I just want you to know that we need a moment of silence. Right? This is serious. Brock Lesnar's just running amok, and no one is afraid. Do you think Seth Rollins will protect you? That's what that belt does? It protects people, and there's no one protecting us. Moment of silence, people. Bow our heads. O Lord, protect us from Brock Lesnar, for he know not what he does. He is evil, and probably full of demons that he ate. And he probably killed them demons and ate them, and now he has their power, and now he's using it against everyone, even poor cameramen who have families.
And let's, please, I just want to take a moment. Let's just remember that Brock Lesnar was cheated, not defeated. So as we see him begin to come for everyone, to come for his belt, to go through cameramen and eventually the entire McMahon family until they give up the address of Seth Rollins so he can come for him like it's a hardcore title. Please do that. Just please. Okay.
Michael Cole's death
Don't
will
show
be
him
avenged.
Don't show him the studio now. This is the Batcave.
Yeah, you gotta.
My God.
We're in the studio here. Yeah, go ahead.
I will avenge Michael Cole's death.
Do you hear that, Brock Lesnar? The Rambo of Philadelphia is coming for you.
Steve.
And he doesn't miss.
Not since that one time.
So, okay, are we ready to discuss the final match of the night?
I think I can keep my emotions in check long enough to discuss how Raw ended.
So finishing up this, what I will call, clusterfuck of champions, we have Randy Orton, Ryback, and Roman Reigns together versus Seth Rollins, Kane, and Big Show. And the winners were not the Giants. It was Randy Orton, Ryback, and Roman Reigns. And I would put Roman Reigns on the bottom of any card. But
Roman
he had,
who?
Right, yeah, but he had a Randy Orton to compensate for his weaknesses. And Randy Orton will kill it. I mean, best match of WrestleMania, in my opinion. I enjoyed the Randy Orton match the most, but that was just me.
Randy took a break tonight, decided to headline Raw after stealing the show at WrestleMania. and just hung back and did all the wrestling for a obviously broken Roman Reigns, who had to deal with getting thrown like a rag doll by Brock Lesnar.
The Beast!
Until his
Suplex City, bitch.
Suplex City, bitch. Hashtag it. Also with San Francisco WWC, the two most popular hashtags in all of the city of Philadelphia.
Both of them are trending. If you don't believe us, Google it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'll tweet like 1,000 times.
Like a million. Okay. Thoughts on that match? Of course, the
It
Randy
happens.
Orton team won.
First of all, I loved all these three-way matches like 3 years ago when they hadn't done them in a while.
It's like too
and
much.
now they won't fucking stop.
I'm bored.
It's offensive how you can't headline Raw with a three-way match. You start Raw with a three-way match.
It's like a relationship.
Yeah.
You have to open soft and get the three-way like way later once you've established trust. It's not like a thing that you can just like pop out every single like match on Raw.
At least like 33 months in.
Yeah.
Apparently, some of us started Raw wrong.
Or ended it.
And
Right.
the McMahon family is one of them. And WWE, I mean, really, you should sort of reverse your program. It was weird.
Yeah.
You have all these top card. I mean, is everyone asleep?
It's very top heavy. The
By
first
the
half
time it was
dominated the
done,
second.
I
Are
was
the
asleep.
adults drunk and the children are in bed, so it doesn't matter who's out there? At
I think
end?
the inmates are running the asylum.
Oh my god!
And so it's monkey logic over at the fine people at WWE. Look, I'm not saying it was a bad Raw. I love Raw. I love SmackDown. I love it all. I'm obviously doing this recap
in
a
your-
full Macho Man costume. Macho Madness. But I don't know, man. Like back in the day, title matches and other important things went at the end of Raw. It was sort of this logic that would keep you from the beginning of the program to the end. Right.
I got drunk in the middle.
Respect.
I stayed drunk through the whole thing.
Yeah.
And so, would you like to give any shout outs, Philadelphia?
Philly shout outs?
Yeah, let's just say hi, everybody in Philadelphia.
Oh, they can't see your hand.
Hi, everybody in Philadelphia. Do you need?
Yeah, if you can see it on the camera.
Yeah, if you wave to them off camera, they can't see.
You're beautiful.
It's like the radio.
You're beautiful, and I'm mostly talking to me, watching this back.
Thanks,
in like an
Steve.
hour. Yeah.
You're awesome.
And also,
You guys are amazing. Thanks for having me.
shout out to Philadelphia.
Thanks for giving me this title. I'm gonna keep it, right? That was the arrangement.
This is not a hardcore title, Steve.
But this is basically how WrestleMania ended. So.
Oh my
I'll see
god!
ya.
Philly stabbing!